Now today we go take a breakdown into this two so-called hurricane that they got, so-called Marco and Lara. We go see what it is. We go get into it and break it down. Because this right here that they're showing the masses, they say moving over 100 miles per hour. Right there is sitting in the Gulf. And it take this long to hit land. How long it takes if it's going 100 miles per hour is right there in the Gulf, traveling for days, almost a week now, and still it got a few more days before it hit landfall. Why they tell you that it moving that fast, but still it can't get to these places as yet. We go get into it and break it down. I'm gonna show you that all of this shit right here is a hoax, and I got a video that I made with those so-called weather manipulation machine or equipment that they got, all them device to control the weather. That's what they're doing. Even your eclipse that you get, nothing but fake they give you. We go get into it and break it down, and I will be putting that video at the end of this one. Run it.
Before I get to the Weather Channel content, so you can see what the updated is on this, I'm going to show you real quick that these storm cells do a 1-2 punch towards Louisiana in a little bit.
1-2 punch towards Louisiana, because that's where they're going to target again. And I tell you, all of these shit is man-made, 100%. As you can see, the 69 swirl right there swirling with 15 in it. I told you, that's a TS, but this is how they do it. Watch this right here, people. How they know exactly where this so-called hurricane going if they're not the one who put it together. You better wake your ass up. They're using radar to see exactly where it's coming from and where it's going. Hoax on. This is a man-made shit right here to fuck with the people.
I'm gonna show this track.
Of course, in the pandemic, they're trying to disturb the people. Pandemic, you get the fire in California, you get riots and everything all over the world. And I already told you, you're gonna get hurricane. That's what they do for this pandemic right here.
A little bit more after they get done, but let me get to what they say so you can see exactly what's going on. God bless every single one of you that's in this. Please listen carefully.
Hear this. More scare tactics for the masses right here.
Hey, Alex, yes, tropical storm watch now up for the Florida Keys. That was issued at 5 Eastern from the Hurricane Center. The timing on this is basically Monday. You wake up Monday.
That, people? Basically Monday. They're timing it. They know exactly when it coming. And of course, people really believe that he's standing out there with his back to the water. You believe that it's real? It's just a hoax for TV, and this how they do the masses? 100%. You believe they know what they're doing right here? See where the storm coming and where it's going? This is a joke right here. How the fuck they know the exact track that the storm gonna take like a damn road? You never get it. Dumb
morning here, especially in the lower keys. Some wind, some rain, some squally weather. But the track, as you can see here with the cone, the center is going to stay to our south. That's a given because it's moving west and it's already well south of our latitude. So it will go across Hispaniola and Cuba with the mountains. So that's why.
But one thing you have to understand about these so-called meteorologists, all of them is fake. This one don't know more than the rest of the people who so-called working for that same channel. All of them do the same thing. So tomorrow they tell you this guy is sick. Somebody that used to read the news gonna do the weather. What you think? They're just reading it from a damn script. And of course, it's just a monitor, a little radar monitor thing they send them. And that's what every one of them have to show. As you can see, your 6 hour right there with your satellite. Don't believe them. All fake shit you get
officially,
from them.
The forecast does not anticipate any more intensification. It'll stay right around a 50-mile-an-hour mid-range tropical storm.
50 miles per hour tropical storm. So they tell you that they're spinning around, where the so-called hurricane is spinning around in a loop. They tell you that's 60 miles per hour there. That's where you count the hours, the miles per hour, how it traveling. This is dumb right here. How many miles per hour it traveling from the Gulf to land? That's what you need to tell the people. Bam.
And because of the distance, we're not going to take a direct hit. So we expect the fringe effects here. And at this point, that's what they're hoping for. We talked to the mayor.
Look at this right here, people. So they're showing you that it's going to pass right there. They show you Cuba right there, Cancun. They show you right there with the 69 swirl. And all of a sudden, it go get to Louisiana, New Orleans right there, and Houston. This is a joke right here. And of course, they know Wednesday right there. They know Wednesday. And they also know right there how many miles per hour it could be going at the time when it land. And they tell you when storm coming from the sea, it basically stronger out in the sea because of the warm air and all. And when it land, it's supposed to slow down. It's nothing but a rain bomb they're going to hit them with. That's all they do. They can produce the rain, people. They know what produce rain. They're the one who doing it.
Earlier this morning here on the beach in Key West about what she's watching and what she's concerned about.
My advice right now is
take a look at this right here, all orange, and take a look at the ugly mask. I told you, just a mask up character, hiding the face with the glasses and the ugly mask. Bam on.
You are fine. We're going to have a 9:30 update tomorrow, and we will update
coding.
everyone. But what it looks like right now is the path of the hurricane has taken us to the outside of the cone. And we do
outside of the cone. They keep talking about the cone, just like you see those orange cone, just like the clothing that this one have on, and it actually is a damn pyramid.
Watch it, because we know hurricanes can move and wobble and build up in intensity very quickly. So we watch it closely. But as of right now, we have no plans for a mandatory evacuation for our tourists.
And don't worry about it. I'm gonna get to that. A lot of mandatory vaccination, evacuated going on right now with the so-called storm. Just pay attention to them. They're gonna tell a lot of people to leave their home.
Unless something changes radically tomorrow.
And I don't think that's going to happen at this point with this track because of the strong steering mechanism, the ridge to the north, steering this from east to west. With that said, there is an evacuation mandatory for RVs. If you live on a boat, they want you off the boat. Mobile homes, campers, those high-profile vehicles as of noon on Sunday. A beautiful evening setting up here. Sunset 7:54. They'll be over Mallory Square. The water temperature.
Don't worry about it, people, with the water temperature. I told you already. Clouds did not bring those rain that you see flooding the place. You understand? Rain supposed to be just a rain cloud pour down for a little bit. When you see rain going everlasting, that's not natural. 100% made by man. Bam.
A historical twin storm nightmare potentially unfolding in the Gulf tonight.
Yeah, that twin storm, people, because it's two storms coming together basically. I told you, this is a plan right here to basically flood the people out. That's all it is. And most of those people never go back to those places where they evacuate from when they bring these storms. They do it for a reason. The same thing they give you with that California fire. What you think? I told you, they set those fires that you can see right there, and anything they show you on TV, 100% fakery they give you to make it look like the whole place is burning down. They make those fake footage for the dumb masses, but of course they do set those fires. That's not confusing for you to get. You got to understand what they show you on TV is to poison your mind that something really going on. And of course, they will set the fire anywhere they want with their laser beam. That's so easy. You can see it.
Hurricane Marco and Tropical Storm Laura right now dishing out deadly damage across the Caribbean and already claiming 3 lives.
Hear that? And don't worry about it. They're going to tell you a lot of people die from this so-called storm right here. They said 3 people already die right there.
The Republic now on a collision course with large swaths of Louisiana.
And they know, people. Look how the fuck they know where the storm gonna turn. Somebody please tell me, how can they tell? You said they got a radar out there to see where it's at. You only can radar something where it's at. You can't radar something where it's going. What kind of dumb shit is that, people? Why you believe it? How the fuck they know this one gonna turn here, this one gonna turn the next way? How the fuck they know that? You better wake your ass up. They're the one who do it. It's so hard for you to understand. They're playing God on earth. That's what they do. They're the one who give you these so-called extreme weather. They're the one who manipulate the weather for you. No clouds bring you this everlasting rain that can flood out a whole city. Just wake up, people.
Texas.
There's never been anything
There
we've
you
seen
go.
like
Watch
this.
that. All devil horns are flashing on the people right here. What you think?
Hurricane Marco's up first, slated for Monday landfall, bringing up to 6 feet of storm surge to
6
south.
feet of storm surge. How the fuck they can tell? That's what it gonna do. 6 is according. The people not getting it. I already told you. They're the one who doing it. Any fucking extreme weather.
Eastern Louisiana. In New Orleans. Shovels filled sandbags.
And don't worry about it. They don't have to tell the people that live here twice to leave, because what? They did it to them already with the so-called breaking of the levee and wash out everybody.
Lines
There you
grew.
go.
It's better to be prepared than not.
This week, marking the 15th anniversary of Hurricane.
See? Bam! 15th. 100% coded for your number 6. And you see this right here? I already told you, all by design. They're the one who do it 100%.
Katrina. Symphony Hunter, just 10 years old, when she, her mom, and her sister escaped Katrina's deadly floodwaters. The rebuilt levees, not inspiring confidence for Hunter.
Do you trust that those walls are going to hold?
No.
People always worry about the levee. Is the levee gonna hold? This is dumb shit right here. If you have a cup and you fill the cup all the way up to the top, what that mean? The cup gonna bust open? Wake your ass up, people. And if you keep pouring water on that cup full of water, the only thing it's gonna do is run over. Why is the fucking levee gotta break? It can hold all... You make a levee strong enough to hold the water when it fucking full all the way to the top. When it full all the way to the top, it run over. What make the levee wall break? It can't hold more weight than it fucking can hold. This is dumb shit right here, people. Why you believe in it? They're the one who do it by coincidence? No. All the way by design. And all these people, watch him peeping out the one eye. All by design. The New Orleans fucking flooding was by design. The government people do it to flood the people out. Most of them never went back. Don't worry about it. You think it's a coincidence why the people get washed out and never go back? And now they turn New Orleans in so-called a tourist neighborhood, tourist area? Come on, people. Just wake your ass up. All by design.
Why not?
Because it floods. When it floods,
yes,
it just get bad.
The governor of Louisiana declaring a state of emergency while dealing with the COVID crisis.
There you go, people. State of emergency with your COVID crisis. And I told you that's one of the reasons why they're doing this shit right now. I already told you it's gonna cost you to do some shit, take some tests. Wow. Before you can move around, running from this so-called hurricane right here.
Safety concerns associated with the pandemic, congregate sheltering will be a last resort.
And cautioning against relying on first responders already stretched thin.
If you're in duress and need help, we're going to get to you as soon as possible, but maybe longer than it ordinarily is.
And this is one of the reasons why a lot of people have to leave with this so-called evacuation. You understand? Because they tell them that, yes, if you there and the water start covering you up in your home, we can't come and save you. But that's bullshit, people. Wake your ass up. Most of the time, they're going to just barely wet the place up. But a lot of people are going to leave and never come back. There you go.
And Sam's with us now. Sam, for residents sheltering in place, what are officials saying to help prepare for the storms?
Kate, that's a good question. Residents within the city's levee.
Can you hear what this dumb fuck saying to the mask? Wow, this is dumb right
Protection
here.
system are being encouraged to shelter in place to keep up to 5 days of non-perishable food on hand and 5
there you go,
gallons.
people, and this is how they do you. A lot of people don't understand when I tell them that the hurricane make a lot of shit move off the shelves that would never move. All those so-called non-perishable food that they have lined with fucking, what they call it, preservative for the masses, nothing but poison. You're telling me all those cans good would have never move off the shelf if they don't pull one of these hurricane bullshit on
Of
the
water
people.
per person. The good news, Kate, the 99 drainage pumps that historically have caused issues here in New Orleans, all up and running, carrying water from downtown New Orleans to Lake Pontchartrain, where I am.
You believe that he's just standing right there in the water? I told you that's the first thing you need to take from the news as fake. And once you understand that it's fake, that is not there, you will never take nothing from them again. This is the first deception he give you, that he's standing right there in the water. Don't believe him.
Kate?
Sam Brock, thank you. Meteorologist Bill Cairns is monitoring both
Yes,
storm
there you
tracks.
go. A meteorologist. I already told you, people, they are all fakers. Next week you see this one said this one can't make it, so this one have to do the weather. Nobody special can do it. It's just the damn script. Wake your ass up.
Bill, what do we know?
Oh, Kate, it's amazing. We have these two storms that are only 1,000 miles apart, and both of them are heading for the U.S. in the next 2 to 3 days. Let's first talk about the immediate threat tomorrow.
Always psyop running with the U.S. people, and you never get it. They tell you that the last time they see two storms at the same time, at the same place, was 1933. There you go, people. This is how they do it right here. Another psyop for the dumb masses. Of course you're scared and have to run from this.
That is Marco in southern Louisiana. We expect hurricane conditions to arrive during the day. New Orleans will see the New Orleans will see the worst of it as we go throughout the early evening.
This is what they do, people. They're showing you that it's moving 75 miles per hour. It's supposed to get there already. What is this right here? Wow, I told you, people. They're the one who doing it. They're going to rain out the people. That's what they're doing.
Now let's turn our attention to Laura. This storm amazingly survived the high mountains of Haiti and the Dominican Republic. It has to deal with Cuba for the next day, and then it's over the warm...
First, they tell you that it's going to quiet down with those mountains, but of course, it avoid the mountains. It's still strong. Wow, bam.
Overnight, it's the opening act of a hurricane double threat.
So
There
we're
you
going
go,
to get...
people. Look at this right here. Pay attention.
Overnight, it's the opening
You see this right here? This is how they do it right here. Remember, I already told you, this is warm water right here that produce the ocean produce. Right here, warm here over this water. And I told you, all they have to do is just manipulate with some other cold air. and they get this right here. That's what they do. Warm and cold here mixed together cause hurricane. That's what it is.
Of a
And
hurricane
even
double
twisters.
threat.
So we're going to get
There you
basically
go.
a right hook from Marco and then a left hook.
Watch this game plan right there. What you think, people? Game plan? Come on, it's a game they're playing on the dumb masses. And watch they give you this creature right here with the wings to represent the Freemasonry.
From Laura.
Laura doing damage as a tropical storm, carving up Caribbean islands and claiming 3 lives in the Dominican Republic. But the more immediate threat to the Gulf of Mexico is Marco. Louisiana already declaring a statewide emergency as coastal residents clog highways trying to get out of
There you go,
town.
people. This is how they do it. And this happened in Texas already. When a hurricane was so-called going there, everybody trying to run out using the same route. And it backed up. Nobody couldn't move. Car burn up and everything. Running the fucking AC all day in the heat. A lot of people even sick and die out there. No lie. It's the same thing they do. They just tell you to run. And everybody pack up in their car and running away. They don't even ask questions. They start running. Everybody going in the same direction.
While in New Orleans, shovels fill sandbags. Residents stock up on groceries.
There you go.
You put your guard down, and then you hit by the...
Every fucking thing going on. COVID. Oh, pack up on goods. Now it's storm coming. You have to pack up again. This is a joke.
The mothership of all storms.
Colin Arnold heads the City of New Orleans Emergency Operations Center. He says the Big Easies made big strides since Hurricane Katrina struck
They're
into...
always going to show you these, and it's a reason why they do it, to show the masses. That's how they do it, for chaos. Don't worry about it. They put the whole thing together.
2005. How does the level of protection now compare to where you were 15 years ago?
It's much better. I mean, we have a 2.5-mile surge barrier, the Great Wall of New Orleans.
Katrina's
The Great Wall of New Orleans. I guess that's the fucking levee. That's bullshit. 100%
year anniversary
bullshit.
this week, hitting home for those like Symphony Hunter, who says she lost 3 cousins on this very...
I guess, and last 3 cousins. But what you have to understand, people, is it a coincidence? Why it's right on the money, coming up the anniversary, 15 years, and the storm gonna hit them again? Wow. Here you go, people. I told you already, don't believe in them. They're the one who give you all of this shit and call it nature. Later on, they blame it on global warming. Bam. Here we go. All of this shit right here, the man-made.
We need to open shelters. If there's a need for people to stay in one of these shelters, we have to open them.
Experts agree.
There you go, people. Look at the so-called storm. They show you what it look like. And what is this they're showing you? You believe this is a real so-called photograph? No, people. This is just for the one eye and the 6th world. They're the one who give you this shit right here. That's what you need to know. It's deeper than you fucking think in this rabbit hole with this weather right here. You understand? It's deeper than you think. It's all man-made. All of this shit right here, they're showing you.
Hurricane is headed your way, and you're asked to evacuate. You should, despite the COVID-19 virus.
You see?
Someone has an immediate threat
And
to...
bam! They go bring this sodomite right here. And I tell you, people, the other day when I doing the Ellen, the so-called Ellen DeGenerate video, man, this motherfucker looked too close to the Ellen. Wow, the same looking eyes, the same fucking funny looking nose, and the cock off ears right there. This is a joke right here. Look at this person. It's not a real man, people. It's a dressed up character fooling the masses with this pandemic.
They obviously have to address that threat. If they need to go into a shelter, which they should do, then if they have the proper capability, if it's possible, to maintain 6 feet, if not, the wearing of a mask or even a cloth
there you go,
covering
people. You're going to have a whole lot of problem evacuating in this hurricane that they're bringing you. You understand? With the COVID that they give you, the bullshit, and those clags together. Wow.
It doesn't have to be a classical surgical mask, and certainly not an N95.
The Red Cross already has new plans in place.
There you go. And here come your Red Cross. They come in for blood and everything. And of course, they're acting like they help you. You should be scared when you see these fuckers show up with the bloody cross, people. What's wrong?
We are providing some additional cleaning opportunities for the facilities. We're actually going to be screening folks as they come into the facilities.
There you go with your screening. If you don't get it, people. Screening, okay.
Temperatures. Within the facilities, we're going to be placing our cots into areas where they can be spread apart a little bit further than in a traditional shelter. They're going to be placed head to toe and toe to head in some ways. And we're going to be doing our...
They're going to place toe to head. They're going to line out people in there in the so-called shelter. This is bullshit right here, people. And I told you, if you can stay away from these folks in disasters and chaos, you best do that, of course. Because if they tell you to stay put, you need to run. They tell you to run, you might need to sit down. I'm gone. Now, today we go take a breakdown to this so-called CERN. And you know, a lot of people don't understand what they call the CERN right here. They show you this big old machine right here with a whole bunch of colored wires. And it's fooling the masses because they basically think that this right here is something to basically study space. And bullshit all day of the week. And we already know there ain't no damn space. So what is this machine that they're showing you? They mostly showing you CGI when it comes to this machine with the CERN. But what you gotta understand, this is what they use
Hadron Collider
to control the weather right here. You understand? It's a weather manipulator. They call it CERN. And a lot of people don't get it. No matter what they show you, no matter what they tell you, I tell you what it is already. As you can see, all trees right there for Freemasonry. I'm going to show you right here that the CERN is a fake shit they give the masses, and it's not what they say it is. Of course, manipulation of God weather.
The largest and most powerful atom smasher in the world.
Built. You know what they call it? An atom smasher. Atom smasher. The same atom they give you in the Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden.
Hunt for new particles and probe the fundamental forces of nature. This massive machine is a 27-kilometer underground loop filled with supercooled magnets and
underground boot. It's an underground machine, right? It's underground and it's filled with magnet. Wow. They're fooling the dumb masses. They got nothing to do with space. This right here basically control the weather on Earth.
Massive detectors that whip particles at the highest speeds possible to eventually collide into each other. And during one famous sprint in 2012...
Notice what they're showing you right here, computer generated, because it is a fake shit, 100%. What they're showing you right here, all garbage.
Particles collided and the Higgs Boson was officially discovered.
There you go, fake celebration just like NASA and the masses. You never get it. It's nothing but a manipulation of the weather with this CERN right here, and a lot of people dumb. All the floods and those high weather that you see, bad weather, basically, you understand? All of those weathers was created by these same people with the damn CERN machine.
I would like to add my congratulations to everybody involved in this tremendous achievement.
The Higgs is a special particle. Its presence confirmed the existence of an invisible quantum field that's responsible.
This is what they sell the dumb masses, a quantum field, invisible. It's invisible. Just like the so-called Van Allen belt, people, is fakery. 100% fakery. An invisible quantum belt, dumb on.
Responsible for giving particles their mass. This field permeates the...
You can see this look like a damn eye. Of course, that's what they give the masses for the one-eyed God.
Universe, leading some to suspect that the Higgs may play an important role in the origin of everything.
Wow, play a role in the origin of everything. The dumb fucking shit that they sell the masses with your Big Bang Theory. Of course, it's not real. You know how much money they spend, how much shit they go to prove the masses this dumb shit happened? Of course, it's fake.
But at this point, the Large Hadron Collider and the community that built it
are... Take a look at this right here, people, that they got right here. You think it got something to do with space? Dumb on.
A crossroads.
All orange for Freemasonry. You see it? Of course.
Built it are at a crossroads. Physicists haven't found the supersymmetry particles they
found. It's a one eye.
We're hoping to see. If they did, it would have solved some open mysteries we have about the Higgs and the inner workings of the universe.
All of this that they show you is just computer graphics. You believe like anything in this world look like this, people? You better wake your ass up there. Create this shit on the computer and tell you it's the universe. How you believe this shit right here? What give you all of this right here? Stars and lights? Wake your ass up.
This has created a huge international debate over what to do next. For many at CERN, the institution that runs the Large Hadron Collider, the next step in the hunt for new physics is to build an even bigger machine.
Wow, so they're gonna build a bigger machine than the one that you see. And if you notice, people, the weather is more extreme than back in the days. You got it? I don't care how many times they tell you, oh, this was a great flood or a great this, that, and the storm that came through that was worse. No, these are the worst weather you're witnessing right here on Earth, right now. And they're telling you they're going to build a bigger machine right here. Of course, more manipulation of the weather. And of course, they can show you anything they want because they're full of shit fakery.
people expected for 40 years before the Higgs was discovered, that the Higgs could not be a lonely elementary particle. It would have to come along with a lot of other things in order to give a coherent sort of rational.
Always give you red and blue for your division, because I told you people, in everything that they give you on earth, it's made to divide the people in section. You got it? Difference opinion, divide the people.
No explanation for the origin of its mass. And the big surprise since July 4th, 2012, when the Higgs was triumphantly
July 4th, 2012, all coded.
Discovered, is that has not happened. So that's really sort of 4 decades of a certain paradigm for what's going on with the physics associated with the Higgs that has not worked out the way theorists imagined.
They show you these old looking footage right here with their so-called making this shit right here. You believe it? It's not real, people. It's just a hoax.
That it would. And that's kind of fascinating. I think the last time something of this degree of surprise happened to theoretical physics, probably a little over 100 years ago, what nature has in mind for what the Higgs is about is something different than what theorists had in mind. While theorists are very confused about it, the program for experimentalists is completely clear when you run into a...
What do you think they're doing right here, people? You believe, I told you already that space don't exist. So what you gotta ask yourself is, space don't exist. What is this they're doing right here? What is all these machine, big old machine and all this work? What is they doing? They control the weather, people. No doubt about it.
Elementary particle you've never seen before. You've never seen anything like it anywhere in physics before. You just put the damn thing under a microscope and you study it to death.
It's pretty remarkable that we need to build enormous machines that produce an incredible amount of energy to probe the smallest thing.
Creating an incredible amount of energy, people. This is the energy that gonna get to space and show you all that shit that they so-called looking for. You better wake your ass up, people. This is a fake shit. 100% hoax, no doubt about it.
In the universe. And the push towards higher...
Damn. And of course, who they give you right here, every time they mention those dumb shit, it come back to one man, the Albert Einstein. Wow, the big old dummy that they use in front of the masses and tell you you're smart, and because you're dumb, you believe it. Bam.
Collision energies to discover new particles is...
Just a puppet, just a satanic puppet they put on. And I tell you people, I guarantee you, he's way, way dumber than you. You understand me? The theory that he give you, he could never be serious. He could never come from a grown man. This is a dummy right here. 100% they put to blind the dumb people.
Connected to Albert Einstein's famous equation, E equals mc squared.
Bam. Yes. E equal mc. MC, what you talking about? That's all threes in numerology right there. 333 in numerology. Of course.
There's an equivalence here between energy on one side and mass on the other side. When we collide two particles, we gain access to the kinetic energy they carry, and out of this kinetic energy, new particles can be made.
It's bullshit, people. 100% science fiction. No doubt about it. And I told you people, science fiction was before science. You understand? This science fiction that they give the masses basically make believe, and then all of a sudden they tell you that it's come to life. The same science fiction, people. Space was a science fiction. Satellite was a science fiction. Alien is a science fiction. All of that. And they bring it all to life on the dumb people.
Einstein's relation. And of course, the higher the energy that we bring into this collision, the higher the mass of a particle that is forming out of this energy can be.
Bullshit.
To get more juice out of the machine, CERN shut the LHC down for performance upgrades. They're working on cranking up the luminosity.
Luminosity is...
Luminosity, as you could see them with the orange straps on it, people, is controlled by Freemason. No doubt about it. They can never fool me. This CERN right here, don't let them fool you about no space when it comes to this CERN. They use it to manipulate the weather and also hide the sky from the masses. No doubt about it. This is a main trickery they give the people with your CERN.
A measure for the quality of a collider. And in some sense, it tells you how many collisions per second this collider can provide.
When two of the elementary particles have kind of a head-on collision, and you can tell that happened because the results of the collision...
Head-on collision. They're sending energy and it's supposed to collide. Wow, just like they give you the Big Bang. It's bullcrap, 100% in. You think light are basically darkness. Darkness form a little light and pressure. The light was all pressured and it busts into a big bang and you get Earth, the moon, the sun, and the so-called planets. You believe that? Anybody believe in the Big Bang? can never confront the mag. You understand? That show that you're big dummy.
Come out at larger angles relative to the beam.
The 3 6s on the hand sign. That's all he doing.
The collisions come out at larger
there you go.
angles relative to the beams. But it's still an incredibly messy and kind of complicated environment. And even when we produce new elementary particles like the Higgs, they don't come out wearing a name tag.
And every time they go show you the effect of the CERN or what it doing, what they show you. Cartoon, drawing. Wow. Wow. CGI. Why? It's not real.
And the Higgs, they decay in a blink of an eye. It's the results of those decays that then our experimental colleagues have to sort of sift through, like looking for a needle in a haystack in order to actually see the evidence.
This luminosity upgrade would ultimately produce more collisions and would make measurements of particles like the Higgs even more accurate. Once completed in 2026, it'll produce an estimated...
Yes, it go complete in 2026. They're fooling the dumb masses. And I tell you people, all of these shit that you see them doing, government running shit, you better understand it's the people fund it. That's what you need to know. They take your tax money, tell you that they're studying space and planets, with the dumb people believing it. And this is how they manipulate the weather right there with your so-called tax money.
18 million Higgs per year, compared to the 3 million in 2017.
It will be very beneficial to operate this infrastructure until about 2035 or 2040. And by then, we will have collected such a huge amount of data from the collisions that we somehow saturate the knowledge that can be provided by this machine. Operating it 5 years longer or 10 years longer will not give significantly more information, which means for particle physicists that the useful time of life of this accelerator will be reached.
These timescales seem way out in the future, but to put this in perspective, planning for the Large Hadron Collider began back in the 1980s.
Cartoon they give you. Watch this right here. That's cartoon, people. That's computer graphics. It's not real.
Planning for the Large Hadron Collider began back in the 1980s, construction was approved in 1994, and the first runs didn't start until 2008. So to prepare for what comes next, teams are delivering conceptual designs for next-generation particle machines. There are proposals for an international linear collider,
which... This right here, people, this is another computer graphics. This is not a real thing they're showing you right here. Watch
and
it.
Just backed out on. China has a circular collider project, and there's one from CERN.
I'm in charge of the Future Circular Collider study. What we were working on is not an upgrade of the LHC machine, it's really new machines to come after the LHC.
So they're building a bigger machine, a newer machine now for the damn CERN. I told you already, people, you're gonna get more extreme weather as soon as they so-called finish building this shit right here. That's all they're doing. You understand? Manipulating the weather.
So from 2040 onwards.
It'll take international collaboration, billions of dollars, and scientists to invent tools that don't need...
Billions of dollars. And I told you, look at this right here. Tin foil on the masses. You see this right here? You better wake up. They're fooling the masses. They have to give you something look real weird. When you see it, you're gonna look like, what the fuck is this right here? This is it right here. The so-called CERN. You believe it? It's fake shit. 100%.
Exist yet. First things first, though, CERN wants a bigger tunnel.
Well, on a map, you can imagine you have a circle, which is the LHC, and then you would put a new circle that is
Look at
roughly...
this right here, people. They have something under the ground they're running the CERN from. You understand? This right here, wow. I told you, if you can't see this, you're just blind. It's the manipulation of the weather right here.
4 times larger. The whole existing CERN accelerator complex, including the LHC, would serve as a pre-accelerator for such a future 100-kilometer machine, like the gearbox in a car. If you want to drive very fast, you must have several gears. You start in a small gear at low velocity, and once you accelerate, you go to the second gear, third gear, fourth gear, fifth gear. This thing is very similar. We would start with small accelerators at low energy, and then we go larger.
That's what they show you, and most of the time when they tell you about moon eclipse, this is what they do right here. All they do is put this energy with this machine, shine the energy, light right there on the sun, basically block it off for a few seconds and tell the masses they got a moon eclipse. That's how they do it. No doubt about it.
And higher energy, higher energy, higher energy.
The CERN study presents a path forward to achieve these energy gear shifts. There's a new lepton collider, which collides electrons and positrons, a more advanced hadron collider, which collides protons and protons, and then heavy ions.
If you believe that, you're just dumb. And I told you, all to sell you the Big Bang, people. It's garbage. 100%. Yes, it's energy clashing, banging together, and then make the Earth. It's garbage.
A third option, an electron-proton collider.
The big difference between an electron and a proton, which are the two particles that we have for these colliders, is essentially that the electron and its antiparticle, the positron, are point-like particles that, to our present knowledge, have no substructure.
When we say that the electron looks point-like, but the proton does not, it actually means if you bounce things off the electron, you see that the way photons bounce off of it are
bullshit, people. You see, all they're telling you about Voltron and bounce off, it's invisible shit they're talking about. Something that you can't see. Don't believe in it, people. It's fakery. 100% in. That's the same thing they tell you when you look in the sky. You don't see nothing but atmosphere and gas, even though you see the blue sky. I told you, people, stop being dumb. The CERN is here to control the weather, manipulate the weather. That's how they do it. Basically, manipulation of Mother Nature. Catch me on the run. I'm gone.